Alaikum. So the question is, I have many questions. An uncle I know who never missed even tahajjud doesn't pray anymore and says there's no such thing. I am shook because he read Quran. So I think what the point is that you have this uncle who used to be very religious. Now you say he never missed tahajjud. I'm guessing you weren't awake to see that he prayed every tahajjud. It could be that he was exaggerating. He reads Quran. What does that mean? Does it mean that he reads it and memorizes it? Does it mean that he understands it? There's a difference between reading something over and over again, like for the barakah of it, versus actually learning it and understanding it. Anyway, without going into too much detail about your uncle and how honest he is about how his religiosity, I think a better angle to take is to simply acknowledge that we don't have faith because we shouldn't invest our entire iman on the people around us. What I mean to say is any person who's alive may be on the right path and then may switch. They may change. They may disappoint. That shouldn't destroy your entire iman. You shouldn't depend upon people that are alive and around you that, who knows, might go in different directions. Because that's human nature. Human beings sometimes are on the right path and sometimes they switch and sometimes they get weak and sometimes they falter and they slip and they so on and so forth. Is your uncle actually offering any real arguments? It doesn't seem like he is. It seems like the way you're asking it is just that he became a bad person, or he left his faith, he's no longer practicing, and now he's saying he doesn't have any faith anymore. I'm very sorry for him. I don't know what happened in his life, but that's not an argument, right? If he actually gives you an argument, then maybe I can answer that argument. If he says Islam is wrong because of X, Y, or Z, then maybe we can address that. But if it's just that he was religious and now he's not religious and that has shaken you so much, well, why was your faith in him so strong? I mean, alhamdulillah, I have teachers that I study under, and it could be the case that one of my teachers, he becomes a messed up person. That would really, that would be very sad. But at the end of the day, I don't worship him, right? I worship Allah, right? Some guy making a mistake is unfortunate, but it happens. He's a human being. I shouldn't have my whole Islam shouldn't depend on some person. My Islam should depend upon the Quran and the Sunnah and the truth and what makes sense. You have to ground yourself in more than just people. Hope that makes sense. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.